Hey guys, first Regardsman here, and so I'll be talking about a Pyrecannon build for the Heavy class in Space Marine 2 patch 14. Now the Pyrecannon got buffed this patch. The range on both the heavy stance and hip fire has been up by like 15%, and this weapon feels a lot better because of that. I know like a range buff may not seem like a lot, but a big issue with this gun is that half the time you just wouldn't reach the enemies you're trying to shoot, especially the long charge up time of these weapons. So because of that, that range buff has actually buffed it up quite a bit. Now as far as the best build setup for the Pyrecannon goes, the major benefit of the Pyrecannon is that this weapon actually does quite a bit of direct damage compared to the Pyreblaster. You don't have to rely purely on burn, and because of that, we do take perks down here like Flash Burn. They give us like straight up more damage at close range. Now for the rest of the perk tree here, I do pick up the perk Improved Fast Venting first, moving here into the perk Eternal Flame, and then we pick up Increased Capacity, Flame of Ascension, because armor restoration built into our burn for hip fire and our heavy stance is very strong. And the next perk here is Potent Flame down here into Divine Might. Then I pick up the perk here Heavy Immunity, because this gives us no knockback in heavy stance, which does allow us to pick up perks here like Fortitude for health increase with like 0 downside. Final perks here are Flash Burn, because this one ups your damage tremendously for both your direct damage and just like the general build setup with stuff like Overwhelming Power and Brute Force. So you're really stacking a ton of extra bonuses there, so really good option. And now as far as the variant goes, I take the magazine capacity version. I think this one is firing a bit less than the other Pyreblaster option is, but if you want to have venting speed, you can definitely do that. It is definitely up to you. Now for the secondary. Now for the secondary weapon, I do take the newly buffed Heroic Bolt Pistol. This got a base damage increase of 15% in patch 14. It is way stronger now, and the big issue with a Pyrecannon build is that if you do lose your HP, getting back contested health quickly off of this gun is not easy at all, and having a secondary option that is very quick to fire to get back your CHP is very strong. So for that reason, I do pick this up, on top of the fact that the gun strike damage on this right now is equivalent to a firepower heavy bolt pistol. Now as far as the perk tree setup goes, I just take these standard options: Perpetual Precision, moving here into the perk Headhunter, Gunstrike Reload, Increased Capacity, Headhunter again, Elite Hunter, Headhunter, Extended Magazine, and Divine Might. And that's all there is for the secondary option. Now for the main perk tree, I do start off with the perk here, Restoration first, killing 7 enemies in rapid succession towards 1 armor segment. Cooldown is 15 seconds. This perk fits perfectly into like every heavy build. Being able to obliterate 7 guys is super easy on like every single weapon this guy has, so definitely pick this up, and it's much better than options like multi-kill and auxiliary ammunition. Next perk here is Fortitude. Health increases by 30%. This is the best perk in this column because HP increases on the heavy with Conviction down here for a 25% reduction on armor break for HP damage reduction is super strong. It makes you ridiculously tanky, and one of the reasons this class is actually pretty strong. Now the next perk here is Overwhelming Power. When Iron Halo is active, all team members in 10 meters deal 10% more range damage. And now the Pyrecannon actually takes great advantage of this, and a big thing about contested health recovery is that even though this weapon's not quick to fire, the consistent HP recovery on your CHP is basically built upon your overall damage. So the more damage you do, the more contested health you're going to get back on like those just pure fire spreads, and this helps out that a ton, on top of just giving you a bunch of extra damage. Next perk here is Encompassing Aegis. All team members take 25% less damage from range attacks. This is just a great defensive perk, though if you do really want additional supplies, you could do that. Next perk here is Consecutive Execution, because 90-second melt-the-bombs, shock nades, pyreblaster canisters, these are super useful. And like one of the things this build struggles with is like straight up burst damage, and having a melt-the-bomb or a crack nade in your equipment slot will just save your ass a ton of times, really. Like this perk is super strong, has been since the game came out, actually got buffed like a year ago. Next perk here is Power Regulator, and the final perk is Brute Force, which gives you a 15% range damage buff while Iron Halo is in cooldown. Now this perk will count as active simultaneously with Overwhelming Powers. Like while your Iron Halo is active, it also counts as in cooldown, which is pretty funny, but that's just the way it works. Final perk here is Offensive Capability, and that's all there is for the main perk tree. Now for the prestige perk options, the only mandatory ones I would say are Auxiliary Reload, Conviction, and Dawnable Spirit. You pretty much always take these 3, and the last one is completely up to you. Like it can be Reverberating Impact, Exponential Force, it doesn't really matter too much, but having no knockback on gun strikes, this will save your life. Auxiliary Reload solves your ammo, so you definitely want this, and Conviction is one of the best damage reduction perks in the entire game, and damage reduction in Space Marine 2 is insanely strong, so you pretty much always grab this. If I had to choose one on the heavy heavy class, it would be this one, because Conviction is just that good. And that's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. The Pyrecannon is pretty fun now. You know, all of the burn kind of got nerfed just because the Tactical's Aspect Scan no longer affects it, and by proxy, the Heavy's Pyrecannon is now much closer to the Pyreblaster in overall power level. So a pretty good option for him, but that's really at the cost of Tactical getting gutted on his Pyreblaster burn. But what can you do? And that is pretty much all I'd say in this one. If you like content like this, subscribe for more. And if you want to watch me live to ask me questions about the game or just come hang out, you can find me here on YouTube or on Twitch with a link in the video description, and also a link to my community Discord. I also want to say a special thank you to my channel members. Your guys' support has been tremendous over the past 2 years almost, and I really appreciate that. And as always, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Bye. More HP missing we got. AFTG, what's your best advice for playing the sniper class in the current state of the game? Just spam your camo cloak of purification, probably never die. Just look at any of my recent sniper videos and you'll see. It's a very easy class to play. It's also kind of broken.
We will afford this cruiser one last attack. We eliminated the shrouded menace.
Whatever are they? Can they do this shit to me? Yeah. So fun. What advice I have for someone barely starting the game? I have an entire new player guide. That would probably, like, I don't know, like a general tip would be learn the enemy movesets, but that guide's probably the best guide I've made for that, to answer all your questions. There's a lot to go over in this game. Sorry if that's not that's a bit of a vague answer, but...
Iron Halo ready.
Learning how defense types and leveling works first is probably the most important thing. That's probably the question I get asked the most. I ran into the new Terminator Sorcerer, yeah, I've killed him quite a few times.
Combat Squad Heriton reporting in. The bridge is lost, as are my squad brothers. I am cut off from our planned route to the Ordnance Depot. Calculating a new route based on your report, Heriton. Standing by. Be advised. The cruiser's crew managed to execute security protocols before they were overrun by the Xenos brood. Reloading magazine.
And the new Twitch trials will be a Victor's Guard shield drop, probably. I don't know if they'll do something for just one class, but they've done that for 2 classes before, so maybe. You never know.
My shield is charged.
But there will definitely be Twitch drops in September. They put them out pretty much like every major update.
Commune with the main console in front of you to bypass the security protocols. The lift platform is in transit. Arrival pending. Rally at the lift platform.
I prefer not having to do this objective anyways.
Attention boarding parties. We have confirmation that Combat Squad Phaedrus is lost. I need a mission status update.
That Combat Squad Phaedrus, my favorite squad.
Combat Squad Heriton here. Redirecting along newly advised path. Combat Squad Octavio reporting in. Cyclonic armament secured for now. Heavy Xenos investigation the reactor cooling hall. Report all squads. We have updated our battle stratagems. Heriton, reinforce Octavio and protect the cyclonic armaments. Talassa, your new orders are to destabilize the reactor. Cause a temperature spike, and the Tyranids may...
The data mines say it's either the Victor's Shield or the Victor's Crux knee pad. Yeah, we did have those for a while back. There were data mines for it. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're just going to drip feed us the entire Victor's Guard set eventually. That's what they've been going for, right? They need to free up the Inquisition Iron Halo for the classes. I definitely agree. That's what I need to do. Also give you more reason to proceed a class you might not like. Like imagine if you could cross-swap some of the war gear from the... I think you can do it with some of them, but... Swapping out the war gears between the classes that you can unlock for the prestige, that's a pretty cool thing. I think that'd be good for the game.
I need you to disable the entire cooling array. Concentrate fire on the exposed cooling rods. Practical.
Even shows up, Crushy.
Elements of the cooling rod array are cloaked. Obstacle detected. My shield is charged. Smoking magazine. Rend them asunder. Identify blockages and remove Xenos organisms.
A lot of warriors. That's all card's not bad.
That pitiful Xenos was but an abhorrent blight. We, the exterminators, become.
And the Salamander Iron Halo for Heavy really makes you feel like he's a champion. It's definitely the best addition they did on the skin this time around. The Heavy, I like the helmet. I have like a little nitpick about the helmet though, is that the lenses are not very bright. That bothers me. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but...
Reloading magazine. The litter hunts us. They alien stealth. Ground shakes the Xenos lurkers. Our foes film us. Iron Halo online. Reinforcements will not provide relief. Its repugnant corpse is all too visible now. Elements of the cooling rod array are cloaked. The loathsome burrower is destroyed.
If the whole combat squad fell to chaos, which legions would they fall to? I don't know if that works with that, but like, what would I say? A World Eater is probably the closest corn for Vanguard.
Another alien.
Guys, just shut up, have blood already. Scipius, Alpha Legion. I mean, probably just every single one you see in the,
Overheating in progress. Registering extreme temperature fluctuation.
Tactical, maybe Black Legion.
Plasma cooling
Wow, I remember I'm getting all these great ideas from. Probably not the PvP, it couldn't be that.
Excellent, Talassa. You will need to repeat.
Is this a hero class weapon to purchase a new patch? Ah, Salamander Sword.
Access granted to the bridge.
Not for the winner's dispatch.
Hangs the foe before he can
Heroic Bolt Pistol is definitely a better pick on this one, I think. I tried this with Heroic Plasma, but the big issue is, like, without Resilient Flame, your charge up time with this weapon is too long. So if you have, like, to dodge the zone for a ball and you hit a single time, you really have an opportunity to get back your HP. Pretty bad.
This sector is cleansed of tyrannic presence.
Guess we're really good at just open this.
All decommissioned. Temperatures at critical level.
We could go back to ammo.
Shutting down to prevent catastrophic detonation.
It's pretty ammo hungry. Even though we're taking the magazine capacity version. Actually, we don't need it.
Do not let the reactors cool down. This cruiser will soon perform its final task. Proceed to the decks below and force the plasma reactors to overheat. Move out, brothers. The plasma reactors are on the lower decks. My shield is charged. It must be discovered. It could not hide from the Emperor's pious service.
Now we have to ammo on our little Pyrecannon here. Let's call it a Melta. FTG, what chance do I play in League Classic? Rengar.
Prepare yourselves.
Obviously Rengar, bro.
Halo ready.
Not out yet, okay. Twitch.
Is
Need that build for the flamer, or it will be provided if you're not.
No transmissions from Combat Squad Heraton received. Understood. Be advised.
Hey FTG, what's the best room temperature to play Space Marine 2? Anything below 70 degrees, okay? I actually have a real opinion on this one, okay? I've played this game in incredibly hot weather. Would not recommend, dude. It leads you to cranky behavior, okay? My room becomes an actual sauna in the summer. It is awful. Creates a deep-seated grumpiness, you know? Oh yeah, oh you're fucked. You can't do shit like this. You're not built for this area. Me, however, I was built for much more. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Get back in there. Just as Saber intended. A lot of Americans all have AC in their house. Well, mine will just pick up. I cannot find a noise gate that works properly to close mine out, so it's too loud.
Destroyed. We cannot stop until the galaxy's burned.
I mean, do you have any mods from the workshop yet? No, we don't mod that often. That's a testing menu. That's the same game anymore right now. It's not updated. It's actually pretty good. I do like this.
is charged. With molten flame shall we smite them.
Talasa, we have lost contact with Heraton leader, and Octavio is pinned down. You must destabilize the plasma reactor. Our brothers from Phaedrus and Heraton shall not have died in vain. Talasa, ready to open our plasma core.
Even their champions stand a chance. Blessed be this magazine.
Brother, I am pinned here. Yeah, the card effects AI in this map, not very good. Same thing that happened in Absolute Plus. What do we got here? Alright, we actually gotta do the puzzle in this area.
Numerous dead servitors. Attention. Authorized personnel.
I'm really curious to see what a heroic Pyrecannon is going to be.
Ocular scan authorization in order
That'd be
to
pretty
proceed.
cool, I think.
Security protocols dictate that only cleared principal servitors have entry authorization.
Iron Halo red.
Scan the eyes of servitor casualties. Checking remains.
Double stims. Nice.
Engaging search. Scan the servitors for sufficient ocular credentials. Biometric security codes recovered.
America in the Southwest is life in PvP mode. Oh, that's true. I guess it depends where you are.
Maintenance grade Delta Mu 2839.
Let's go over here.
Access granted.
I kind of hate by the 200 times the balance parry window, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Also, on a side note, I think the new multi-melta champion skin looks kind of good.
Primary objective ahead. That reactor must be destroyed. Honor our brothers. Honor our chapter. Attack from above incoming.
This is good for that.
Aerial strike imminent.
Delta bomb anointed. That pitiful Xenos was but an abhorrent blight. Iron Halo alive.
Practical. Evade shock surges.
They were actually built for this. The hip fire on this one's
Attack from
pretty deep.
above incoming.
That's all it takes. guess I actually just have to
extreme
go.
ferocity. Apex Tyranids suppressed.
Apex Tyranids, quotations.
No.
Does the codex approve the spin the wind maneuver?
Talassa, when those magnetic
No, but
stabilizers
I will
stop,
enjoy it.
prepare for rapid egress. Be advised. The gyroscopic containment
Are those
shield
missions in
prevents
Siege worth doing?
catastrophic
Definitely.
plasma
They use
dispersion.
most of your repetition points. They did nerf tech briefs, which kind of sucks. We don't like that.
Caution advised. Reactor critical, Talassa. Disengage. Radiation levels rising precipitously. Talassa, we're tracking your signatures. Octavio and Heraton Leader are already on board. Our
Is your
brothers
gameplay
prevail.
still as satisfying to you as it is to others? Dude, my gameplay's never been satisfying to me.
Core integrity at 50% functionality.
Unless you mean like, do I enjoy playing the game? Yeah, but like, I don't sit there and go like, whoa, dude, that was so cool. I just tool that guy. Actually, something to do. That's pretty funny. It's pretty funny when you just like bop on some guys' heads. I'm actually shocked anybody watches my actual gameplay. But I guess that's why I started my channel on.
Core integrity at 25%.
That was fun. Initiating spin to win the
Reactor
order.
overheating. 10% of core integrity remains. Speed up, brothers. Requesting rapid egress.
That was cool.
Race for
I like that.
If not for your valor, Talassa, this operation would have...
I'd say that was sufficiently fun. We give that a 7 out of 10 on the fun meter. Potential of 8. Definitely feels better. There's a lot of ways you can build that thing too. Hard to dislike.